Are you failing most things you do right now? Because if you are, I mean, I can see why. I think around this time, maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it was probably one of the worst periods in my life. Looking back, like when I mean at the time, it seemed a bit fun. Like I was just in high school, and it was just a new experience for me. Just like we just got off COVID and everything. Everything seemed fun. Everyone was going out, made new friends, all that. But once I got older and realized like those guys or just my surroundings at the time, my environment just wasn't it. I was at the worst mentally, the worst academically, the worst, you name it. I was physically as well. I was a mess in every realm of life. But now, like now, with just like improving myself and just trying to make way, I think I realized like one of the biggest like factors in improving is your surroundings. You might ask, oh, why surroundings? Well, I mean everything. There's a lot of things that go into it, which I'll break down. But your surroundings are basically what make or break you. So that can be your diet, your what you consume, what who you're around. I think these three are the three biggest ones. So, for example, like your diet, if you're eating a lot of sugar and not getting enough sleep, I think that all in all just is just gonna lead you on a track of not being up to your potential. For example, let's say at that time I was eating a lot of chocolate. I wouldn't say addiction, but I just couldn't control it for most of my life, or at least that period of time. And I wasn't sleeping well. I was on social media, just wasting time, not getting anything productive done. And I remember especially I remember one specific time I had a test, and that day I told myself I was gonna come home and study. I wasted maybe, let me think, I went 2 hours just doing nothing, sitting in my bed, eating snacks, just from one video to another, just going by. And god damn, that was crazy. I think I remember that day I came to my desk, this current desk I'm at, and I had my books out and everything with my phone next to me. And I think now if you're on this video, you understand like if you're having your phone, especially that massive distraction, just whilst you're trying to do something productive, it's not gonna end well. And yeah, notifications were coming in. Sooner or later, I was on my phone in front of my books, pretending I was studying, but got nothing done. And I remember that day the test came. I think I just scraped a C, C or D, something like that. Just scraped. And I remember thinking that day, like, what am I doing? It was wild. And I think another factor is there was diet, uh, and just like I think your friends as well. I don't know if you heard. Everyone's heard the saying, "Birds of a feather flock together," and that saying is true. You're the average of the five people you surround yourself with. During that time, I was around guys that are just like gamers. I've quit gaming now, and like you see and understand like once when you're around people who game, uh, let's say just at that just game, just trying like chasing satisfaction more than anything in life, just satisfaction, total satisfaction, everything. And then I just saw how like I thought everything was what's it called, just unachievable, because when you're around certain people, you take on their beliefs no matter what. You just take on the beliefs. So like if you're around someone who believes like they can't achieve this or that, you're gonna take in that mentality. So I think yeah, I just took in the habits of just like gaming constantly, as well as just what else did I pick up? Uh, I think just having a negative. I think the biggest thing was not was just being rude, like just being a very bad person. yeah, that was a massive one. Being a bad person. Like whenever someone would do something to you, you'd want to take revenge or get your get back. That's what they say. Because that's what people did to you, like, or that's what you see from the guys you're around, like. And I think the biggest advice I would say is just never settle, or not never settle, but just don't seek revenge in all scenarios, because because what I believe is like, if you just leave it up to God, God will deliver for you, no matter what. Even if you're not religious, like, what goes around comes around. It's a given. But for me, I'm a man of God, so I believe that God will pay, like, give my payback for me, whether that's in this life or the next one. And the third one was what you consume. So just like books, media, what else? I think those are the biggest ones for me. Media can be social media, YouTube, because with media it breaks into a lot of things. For like, I'm a sports guy, so like sports, football, basketball, you name it, whatever sport you're interested in. And I just found that when you're watching sports or whatever, and things of that nature, you tend to forget about your goals and what you need to do, because it's more of like a coping mechanism. Because if you finish all your tasks and everything, yeah, go ahead, you can do what you want. But let's say you're trying to build something bigger than you, or trying to build something for your family. Just, I think it's just a waste of time, in my opinion. Maybe once in a while, I would watch, or if my family were talking about it. But I think consistently is a difficult thing, because I think we I think everyone has stuff to do in their life, no matter what. Maybe from once in a while, okay, you can, as a guilty pleasure, you can watch. But for me, consistency is, I believe, a dangerous thing, because you're just constantly away from what you should be doing. And I believe that you shouldn't, no matter what, sacrifice your goals, because let's say in 10 years from now, you're not the place you want to be. You're gonna have to think about what you did, like, in the previous 10 years. So I believe, yeah. And another media as well. It can be like things like sad media, or just like social media, like the sad content. What music you listen to. Music is a big one as well. I think what music you take in, or what, just podcasts, whatever it may be, whatever you're listening to, it all affects your mentality one way or another. Which is also like which also makes up your surrounding, a big circle. So yeah, just those media that just waste your time no matter what. I believe, yeah, they're just a killer. I would recommend start reading books. I have a book here, very good book. I have a couple of others I'm using as well. I'm reading. I think books are the best way to just change up your beliefs or surroundings, because you're gonna learn a lot which you can implement into your daily life. So I believe, so I try and read as much as possible, or even if you're like a man of God, religious, just read your holy book as much as possible. That's something I'm trying to implement in my life. Hopefully I'm soon gonna implement it more, like, consistently. But it's all about building up. I think if you're able to build up these habits, like, gradually and at a young age, I truly believe, uh, you're gonna be very, very, very successful, because I think that's how life works. The earlier you start, the bigger head start you have on people, which I believe, even that minor head start, it can take you places you would never imagine, which I believe will inevitably, like, help you no matter in what aspect of life. I think these are lessons I wish someone told me, or because my dad did tell me some of these. I think another piece of advice I would say is just listen to your parents as much as possible, because your parents, they've been through more life than you. So yeah, I think just listen to your parents as much as possible as well. If let's say they see a friend or any habits you take up or whatever, and they see it's not good, I believe, like, if you listen to them from a young age, yeah. And I think as well, just your belief system, try and pick out beliefs that empower you rather than depower you or demotivate you, and just allow you to get better in life and move on. Because at the end of the day, what separates you from someone, or what separates you from a millionaire, billionaire, is just your belief system. Is your work? Is just if you know you want to work, or what's it called? I forgot the word. No, I forgot. Yeah, but nonetheless, yeah. What separates you from someone being massive is just your belief system and your surroundings. Yes, surroundings. If you can cultivate the surrounding, or just cultivate something that gets you to like what you aspire to become, and you just put in hard work, you're gonna be unstoppable.